I'm Be Real.
Send Dog.
Eric Bobo.
We're Cypress Hill on Front Row Live. Shout out to my man Rob.
So you guys just recently celebrated 23 anniversary of the debut album.
Right.
So I mean, like, tell me about. Let's take it back to that debut album and like how different was music then than what it is now with you guys.
It was more sample driven back then. A lot of layers. Everybody had a unique sound, different type of, just distinctive sound in hip hop. It was a must. Otherwise, nobody would really get down to support you or listen to your shit. But things change and music evolves, and people have figured out how to do a new style of hip hop with less samples.
Yeah.
But still make it catchy and vibey and stuff like that. So it's been a obviously the sound has evolved. People still do the samples and get down like that, but it's evolved into an electronic based production style these days. And the artists, different content, man. Shit that wouldn't have been done 20 years ago definitely are doing it now.
Definitely.
But it's cool because everybody's open-minded, and that's the best part of it. So it allows people to do their own thing. They don't have to stay within a certain pattern or template or box or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So.
And aside from music evolving, society also evolves. Like right now, they're more open-minded, especially with the topics that you guys would rap about, and yet you guys still made it out there, platinum records and whatnot. So I mean, why do you think it was possible for Cypress Hill to keep growing, even though those topics were, looked down upon?
I think because it was looked down upon to talk about them, and there's people involved in the lives that how we lived it. They knew there was nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? And we know our history. We're not like a bunch of clueless stoners or nothing. You know what I mean? We're educated in what we're talking about, and I think that just taking the podium, if you will, and being like the spearhead of that got a lot of respect from people. You know what I mean? And people are saying like these guys they know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Get behind Cypress Hill, kicking the truth. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about longevity. Not everybody can say they've been around for 23 years or not even 5 years. So I mean, like, what has kept you guys together this whole time?
Definitely the friendship and the history. The love of the stage, and the rush that you get from having people, 100,000 people yell Cypress Hill as loud as they can. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of different things that keep you going, but those are just some of the things that keep me going, and just to be able to, there's only one Cypress Hill in the world, and I'm part of it. So.
Yeah. Since then, you guys have experienced a lot. You guys are currently working on a new record. So what can we expect this new record? Will we be going back to like the first record, or a mixture of everything else that you guys have done?
I mean, it'll probably have like a touch of the old school vibe, but definitely, a more, a now sound. Muggs has evolved as a producer, and some of the tracks that we've done so far are pretty banging. So I know at the end, after he works his magic on it, it's going to be true Cypress music, but for the now. I mean, because you really can't go back and remake a song, an album like our debut album or Black Sunday, because then it's just regurgitated shit. We want to always be doing something new and something out of the box. And I know when Muggs does production, it's always out of the box, and we tailor make our songs for that. So it should be pretty awesome.
Now, a few months ago, I got to sit down with Tech 9, and talk about music and stuff. And he has a mixture of relationships that he has with music, whether it's rock artists or you name it. So I mean, is there any relationships that you guys would love to work with for this upcoming album, or even just a track in general?
Right now, we're just focusing on us in the studio and the songs that we're doing. If we do any collabs, it might be at the end. We really never got into that so hard up until the Rise Up album, but that was just a point where we wanted to do something like that. Now we're trying to focus in on the sound, focus in on our connection, and get those songs out, and it be authentic Cypress Hill.
All right, so you guys here at Made in America, what do you guys like most about being in a festival, especially something this big?
Well, there's all sorts of different fans out there who came to see different people, and there's different genres of music, so you get to play to all these different people, and you win them over or you lose them. You know, but it's always fun. That's a challenge to win other fans over, you know, because they didn't necessarily, maybe they didn't come to see you. This is our backyard, so that's kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
We're just, you know, we're just gonna have fun up there, and usually home crowds for us, I don't know. It's
I don't know.
maybe they're too high when we get on. I don't know, but we'll see what happens today. And it's hot, so
Yeah, definitely. And you guys just announced your annual Haunted Hill, right?
yes, the Haunted Hill going down in the NYC. You know, we've been doing, this is the 18th one, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Number 18. And it's going to be a good one. We got Coca Nostra on there. We got Vinny Paz, Immortal Technique. Man, it's going to be ridiculous. So we're looking forward to that.
Cool. And then after this, you guys are going straight to work on the record. Any more tour plans for the year, or you guys are done? For
I'm heading out on tour with the Serial Killers,
Okay.
with the Exhibit in Demrick. Then I come back and I go out on the road on the Smokers Club tour
Okay.
for a while, in between, you know, recording with Muggs and Sen and finishing up my Dr. Greenthumb album. So
Definitely.
a lot of stuff going on.